Hey guys, what's up? I'm Combat Craig and I'm a 100% disabled combat veteran. Today I'm going to show you how to use the PTSD Coach Application. Before I do that, you should know that I'm not an accredited agent and I'm not affiliated with the VA in any way. That said, let's talk about the app a little bit. PE stands for Prolonged Exposure, and it's designed to work for veterans that suffer with PTSD like myself. The PE Coach app makes it easier to track things like appointments, progress, homework, and how you're doing, because you could take the PHQ-9 test and the PCL-5 test, and those both test you, and they're like mental health evaluations. Actually, my VA psychologist has me do these every now and again, and he like printed them off old school and gave them to me. So I think it's pretty cool having this app because I could take the tests on there and then kind of track my progress. So PE Coach is designed to be used with your treating physician at the VA, your VA psychologist. So this isn't an application that was designed for you to use on your own. You use this with your mental health treatment. Some of the things that I like about it are it has this little breathing feature that I'll show you. And it's amazing, just stopping for a minute and taking a deep breath, relaxing. Not quite there yet, but that's kind of a cool feature. And then, of course, I like all the mental health testing that's built into it. And then there's a lot of education packed into the app. So I've talked about good days and bad days when it comes down to my chronic fatigue syndrome and my chronic pain. So when I'm having a bad pain day and I can't get out of bed, I could actually use the app and I can learn things and I can actually do something productive to further my PTSD training and get better and stuff like that. And I don't even have to roll over to my computer to do it. So it's pretty cool that this stuff's all packed into an app. And I'd also like to say that they actually kind of, spent some decent money on this thing so it doesn't crash. It's pretty stable. It's intuitive and all that kind of stuff. So I'm glad that they actually made a decent app. Another thing to keep in mind is when you're engaged with a VA psychologist doing PTSD mental health and trying to get better, you're building positive medical evidence when you're in prolonged exposure therapy with your VA psychologist. So as this application is mainly used by your treating physician, it will also help you build medical evidence if you're thinking about filing a claim for PTSD. So something to keep in mind. PTSD claims are all about what you can prove and medical evidence. So if you're trying to get better for your symptoms and you have a diagnosis and all that kind of stuff, this all ties in real nicely. And with that in mind, if you need help with your VA claim, you can sign up below at combatcraigwins.com and we could talk about your claims, some of your challenges, and one of my veteran coaches can take a look and see if there's anything we could do to help you with your claim. We are all about veterans, educating veterans. All right, so let's start with the PE Coach demo. We'll fire this baby up. This is what it looks like. I am not doing this with my provider, so this is obviously just for demo purposes. I just want to kind of show you around the app. Pretty slick interface. PE Coach Home, Manage Sessions, Readings, In Vivo Exposure, My Recordings, Assessment, Breathing Tool, Settings, and About. It's looking pretty cool. Let's go ahead and add a session. Do session 1. We'll do it for right now. So we already got the appointment. We'll do session 1. Let's do take PHQ-9. All right, so stressful military experiences. So I don't know if you guys have taken this before, but this is a pretty normal test. If you go to a VA psychologist, you should see a PHQ-9 test. I've seen it multiple times. And I think the guy actually printed it off for me to take it every now and then, even though it doesn't really change. But anyway, let's just go through it. So how often have you been bothered or have little interest or pleasure in doing things? Nearly every day. Feeling down, depressed, or hopeless. That's also every day. Having problems falling or staying asleep or sleeping too much. Yeah, definitely every day. Uh, Feeling tired or having little energy. That's why I have chronic fatigue syndrome. Uh, Poor appetite or overeat. I'm actually good there. Uh, Feeling bad about yourself or a failure, let yourself family down. Yeah, failure can hold a marriage together and salvage it. So, yeah, that sucks. Having problems concentrating on things like reading the paper, watching television. Yeah, I have ADD. I have all sorts of concentration problems and memory problems. Um, how often over the past couple weeks have you been moving or speaking so slowly that others could have noticed? Nobody would have noticed because I'm by myself. Or the opposite, fidgety and restless, moving around a lot more than usual. Yeah, my brain moves around. I'm not really sure. I'm just going to put not at all. How often have you had thoughts that you'd be better off dead or hurting yourself in some way? I'd say more than half the days. I mean, my kind of point of view is like, what's the point? I don't even care about tomorrow, what happens, like, what's there to look forward to? I'm going to put more than half the days there. So then it gives you PHQ-9 feedback. It seems like you're having a hard time. You need to reach out. So this is cool that, you could take this test and they're telling you to reach out. I already know that I have problems. So I'm going to just go to continue to feedback. So this score is 20 out of something. I'm not going to take the PCL 5 now. Let's look at a couple other features here. For some reason, I can't get into this part, but I'll show you the breathing part because I saw it over here.
Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale.
So I've actually been doing this a little bit with another app called Headspace. Not being very disciplined about it, but I get the concept. I guess maybe it's because I think it's so easy, like, of course I know how to breathe. I wouldn't be alive. But I need to be more open minded. And this is just kind of one of those struggles as you're doing any kind of mental health testing and stuff. The doctor is going to suggest you to do things, and you may not want to do them or think they're stupid or something like that. So I fall into this category. But breathing is huge, and I need to learn how to do it better. I'm actually using this other app that helps me go to sleep, and it's literally this British voice that bores me to sleep. But that's a different app, not this one. Tells the rationale, breathing fast, you hyperventilate, blah, blah, blah. So it tells you, why they want you to do what you're doing. That's pretty cool. Readings, how does exposure therapy work? Pretty cool. It's easy to read, makes sense. Not written in by some PhD. It's targeting, the layman veteran, myself. Talking about little things here and there. So overall, oh yeah, my recordings. So you can record these things too. I don't know where that part is, but I'm not sure if I'm a fan of having the thing recorded, but because it doesn't really change much. So there's that. So here's kind of some of the things, and then just my overall impression is I like it. Over the years, these things are given to you usually when you go see the shrink, and then they're paper versions of it. And I have no clue where all those notes are. I mean, I'm sure they're in my Healthy Vet, but this is a way slicker way to do it, and I'm glad they spent some money on this app because it's easy to use, stable, all that kind of stuff. So with that, I will end it here. Okay, so that was the PE Coach app preview. Wanted to show it to you. I think it's pretty cool. Again, if you're thinking about filing a VA claim and you need some help with your VA claim, you can sign up below at combatcraigwins.com. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next video.